go on about the jiggling.
That's going to be a fun show. Chef Amy is here. We love her, but she is the owner and executive chef at Cut Above Catering.
Yes.
Cookies, we got to get you to weigh in on this.
Well, I'm lactose intolerant, so it has to be the lactate milk. But otherwise, I'm good to go on the dunking. Yes.
What's your favorite cookie as a chef?
I make my own.
Oh,
no,
nice.
I'm kidding. I'm not that, no. I do. I mean, Oreos are vegan, so I like that.
Okay.
And then...
Is it hard for you just to get like a packaged cookie, though, because you're a
Tate's
chef?
cookies is my favorite packaged cookie.
Okay.
Yes.
Love those.
Yes.
Those are thin and they can be crispy
They're thin,
and nice.
crispy, buttery, really good.
Ooh, speaking of...
You have to have a crispy cookie
something to dip.
dunk. Yes.
We don't want too much sogginess.
Yes.
Okay. Well, hey, speaking of buttery goodness.
Yes.
I'm seeing lobster. I'm seeing all these wonderful things. And we're going to talk about grilling, something I really have never attempted. And the reason I have not tried it is because I'm scared I'm going to catch my hair on fire, catch something else, someone else on fire, something.
Yes.
I don't know when things are done. So I feel like your courses, your classes you're offering are for me because I would love to get out there and know what I'm doing.
Well, I asked Facebook yesterday, I'm like, who's the one who does the grilling? There's always like a dominant person in the relationship that does the grilling. And so, but I think, you know, coming to a grill skills class like what we're going to do July 30th is really going to bring couples together or just friends that typically grill together. An easy way to learn, you know, grill marks, making your own rub, when to like take it off and let the meat rest, how to prep it ahead of time, so that way you just don't have different temperatures in your proteins.
See, I'm intimidated. There's a lot to think about.
Well, let's. You got to put your hair up first. That's the one thing, because I have seen that. I'm not going to lie. I have seen that. So we put our hair back.
Okay.
We don't, you know, we don't lean over the grill. But what's really important is for the lobster, I really like grilling other things, and I'm really a big fan of like surf and turf because that's kind of like what you do on special occasions in our household. And
that would be something if my first grilling attempt is surf and turf.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong on it. And this is a really easy recipe. Because you're not dealing with the whole lobster. That can be very intimidating. And July is when we're really just kind of immersing ourselves into lobster for the catering season because we're used to doing Lobster Palooza every year in July. So we're kind of craving that since we're not going to have that event. But so taking a lobster tail is really easy. And this grill is not on, so I can go ahead and grab that. And everyone's like, oh my gosh. So what you're going to do is just kind of take the meat out of the shell and just lay it on top. And then you can, what the chef and I did is that we took this and we kind of put grill marks on there. So you've got that nice grill mark. And then what we did is, what I found in all my travels is that I get rubs or seasonings from, so like I got this in St. Louis in the Italian market area.
Now, how do you know, Amy, which rub to use where on what?
You know, you either want a sweet rub for like barbecue, or you want a savory rub or a spicy rub. So you kind of like, you can combine the sweet and the savory, you can combine the spiciness. They all kind of balance each other out. So it's really what you prefer. What I don't recommend is A1 steak sauce. That is one thing that is not in my kitchen.
We learned Randy Alice puts ketchup on everything.
Yeah,
all steaks
well, and I'll tell you about that in the next segment, which we can up it up a notch. But so when we're doing our, you want fresh ingredients. So I've taken some clarified butter here, and I've melted it. I've added some chive here, so you get that nice buttery. So you're just going to baste this lobster tail while it's cooking, and it should only take a minute to a minute and a half per ounce.
I was going to ask how long, because I don't want to like mess up everyone's dinner.
Yeah, and lobster is very meaty, so it can become really tough. And so you want to make sure that you're going to carry over cook, which means when it's warm, it's going to continue to cook, all right, and steam. So
I like that you're breaking it down.
Yeah, so you want to do a minute and a half on, or like probably like 5 minutes on each side. So a total of like 8 minutes that it cooked for this. Your grill should be at 350 degrees, and then you can add vegetables to it. This is some endive
What are
here.
some great vegetables to grill?
I love endive. I mean, you can do romaine lettuce and make it like a grilled Caesar salad. You can do zucchini and summer squash. You can do green onions. You can put those on your grill. I have some chicken wings. You could add bread and have that bread element. You can do everything that you can do in the oven pretty much on your grill.
On your grill. Now, I've had pineapple before, which I love too. And that was really good for like a little dessert. Oh, and look at the, a little lemon.
Little lemon.
Zest. Okay, I love
and then
that.
we've got still some more chives or green onions.
Now, for a first attempt, would you recommend lobster, or is that like really shooting big?
You know what?
Like, should I start with chicken?
It is an expensive mistake if you do. Okay. But again, it's going to be the wow factor, and people are going to be excited that you have lobster. Okay. So they're going to be a little hesitant to tell you that it's horrible. But it's again, you want to make sure that you get that thermometer in there too. That's also going to help make sure that it's at 140 degrees.
And what kind of grill would you recommend? Because one time I met George Foreman and I told him I loved his grill.
Well, of course you're going to tell him that. I mean, I would not say anything else. I would say I really like charcoal because you can get the flavors in there. You can use the wood chips in there. And then, you know, the electric is the easiest. So if you're going to start out grilling, let's start out electric.
I love it. Baby steps. Thanks, Chef Amy. She's not going anywhere. We're going to do some more cooking, learn more about her classes, but we'll send it over to Tracy.